Good day, I am S30 Panganiban from BSA 2202, and for today's video we're going to make this kind of figure. So let's get started. So first, let's click circle, then choose center diameter, then type 6.24. Next is another circle again, so let's click circle, then choose the center diameter, then type 5.2, enter. And now let's use offset, then enter, then let's type 0.25, then enter. So again, another circle again, so choose circle, then center diameter, and 1.5. Then now, offset again. So click offset, then enter, then type 0.25. Again, offset, enter, then here 0.25. And now let's put a line here, so click line, then with a length of 1.8 with a degree of 90, then enter. Then another line here, 1.8 the degree of 0. Another line here, 1.8 the degree of 180. And another line here, 1.8 with a degree of 90. Then 1.8 to the degree of 45, and 1.8 with a degree of 135, then another line here, 1.8 with a degree of 135, then lastly, line here, 1.8 with a degree of 45. Enter. And now let's put a circle here, 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 and so on. So let's choose center diameter, then 0.75. Then another circle here, 0.75. 0.75, 0.75, 0.75, 0.75, 0.75, lastly 0.75. So now let's remove this line. So click all the lines, then erase. Next is let's put a line here. So the length of 0.25 with a degree of 90. Then another line here, 0.25 with a degree of 0. Then connect it here. Next is another line here, 0.25 with a degree of 180. Then connect it here. Then let's trim this part. Then now let's move this big circle here. So let's move. Then after that, let's put a line here. So click line, connect it here. Then another line. Then now let's trim this part. So click trim. Then this part and this part. Then after that, let's rotate this part. (45°). So now let's have a line here with a length of 0.2 with a degree of 90, and another line here with a length of 0.1 with a degree of 0, and another line here with a length of 0.1 with a degree of 180. Next is let's draw a line here with a degree of 120, and another line here with a degree of 60. And after that, let's trim this part. And let's delete this part. Erase. And now let's select this part. Then let's click polar array. Then let's click this part. Then items is, let's change this to 28. Enter. And now let's trim these two lines. So or delete, erase. And now let's highlight, then let's rotate this part to 45 degrees. So next, let's highlight again, then move. Let's move it here. So now we're finished. Then the next thing that I'm going to do is let's put their dimensions. So but first, let's type BIM, then modify. Let's change this to green, then these lines to red, also this part, then so let's change this to 0.000, then OK. Then after that, let's click dimension, then let's start here to here, (3.120), then this part to this part, 2.6. Then from this part to this part, 1.8. Next dimension is this part to this part. The next is this part. (0.250). The next is this part. So diameter of this part. Then let's double click this part. And now let's change this to red, and let's click this part and this part. So let's type chamfer edge 0.125. So next is another one, this part. Let's change this to green, edge 0.125. So the next dimension is this part. So let's click dimension, then click this part or diameter, click this part, then double click, then type 0.750 through times 8. So next, let's type BAM A, then click this part. The last dimension is, let's click this part. So finish, this is the figure. So this is the final output.